Hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm so glad you proposed to me.
Thought my heart was gonna burst, you know?
Yeah, I could tell you were nervous. But anyways, I'm so happy right now. My parents will be thrilled to hear the news.
Glad to hear that. It may be a little bit too early to ask, but do you have a venue in mind?
I really don't, to be honest.
Well, I asked since I wasn't sure if you want to have the wedding somewhere local or overseas.
Wait, we can do that?
Of course. I can afford something like that.
Wow. I'm a bit overwhelmed about all of this. For now, let's just stick with having it somewhere local.
Okay, we have plenty of time. Just let me know in advance if you change your mind.
Mom! John asked me to marry him, and he's already mentioning stuff like having the wedding overseas. First, congratulations. But really, though, I thought you would have chosen someone else that's on your mind. Well, let's be honest. None of the other guys make as much as John does. Well, such a shame. I honestly liked that Kyle guy you introduced me to. Yeah, but you could say John beat him to it. Thinking of getting rid of all the other men in that case? Maybe. Oh? You sure that's something you want to tell your own mother? Well, as long as you keep it a secret from Dad. Thankfully, he's pretty dense, so he won't know unless you're straight to the point with it. Anyways, look forward to the wedding. It's probably going to be grand from what John's been telling me. I certainly will. I suppose it's time to bring out my old dress. Oh, is this the one I begged you to let me wear it for prom? Goodness, you're still holding a grudge. Well, it would have been much nicer to wear that instead of something I eventually rented. But anyways, just let Dad know as well. Or should I tell him? Since it's such big news, I'm sure he wants to hear it from you. All right, I'll call him later to let him know.
What a fancy place you guys are having your wedding at.
Could you afford something like this?
Nope. And I probably won't have a fancy wedding like this, since I don't plan on getting married in the first place.
Jeez.
Anyways, congrats, I guess. Guess you'll be gone for a little while.
Yep. Our honeymoon's gonna be quite long, by the way.
That long?
Yeah. John figured he could also use it as a vacation, so we're gonna be gone for a month.
You weren't kidding when you said it'll be long. Dang, that dude's loaded.
Yep. You're too much of a cheapskate for me.
Oh, come on now. I still make more than the average Joe.
Yeah, true. But still, you can never have enough money, you know?
Alright, anyways, can't wait to see you in that wedding dress. It would have been nice if I was the one to take you back home tonight.
Just be glad John's just as dense as my dad.
I guess it's true that girls tend to marry someone similar to their dad.
The one difference would be how much money they make. Anyways, gotta get ready now. See you in a bit.
The last month felt like hell without you. How was the honeymoon, by the way?
It was great. I feel so refreshed.
Even though you don't work?
Hey now. I do keep the house in perfect condition if I do say so myself.
I can't argue with that. You turn a den into a civilized home in minutes.
Honestly, how is it that the other girls you bring over aren't bothered by it?
They're not as OCD as you are.
I would like to think I'm just better wife material than them.
Sure, if loyalty is not being part of a wife.
Stop!
Anyway, yeah, all the other girls I hang out with work part-time at least. It's not usual to see a girl doing nothing these days.
Yeah, I know that's probably the norm. But you don't need to do anything if you're married to someone that's actually rich.
Dang, harsh words.
Well, you have no one or nothing to blame except yourself.
Yeah. Get good grades and get a good job, and you'll have $1 million by the time you retire. You know that's a bunch of bogus, right? Not a lot of guys end up like John.
You could say he's lucky in that regard.
Anyways, can't wait to see you soon. Think you can sneak out?
Of course. Though you're gonna have to wait a few more days. It's not like he's gonna go back to work the moment he's back from vacation.
I see. It still boggles me that John hasn't noticed my existence.
Where did that come from all of a sudden?
Well, think about it. Some girls even go as extreme as to tell their husband to cut ties with any female friends they have, saying how they can't trust them and all that.
That also happens, doesn't it? Thankfully, he doesn't act like those obsessed girlfriends.
Yeah, it really is a wonder how you scored him.
What are you trying to say?
Not like you were the only girl around him, right? I'm sure the competition would have been fierce with the amount of money he makes. Plus, he's not a bad-looking guy from the pics you showed me. Hard to believe the other girls left him alone.
Well, you know how dumb kids are. They always bully the smart kids for some reason, and thinks they're losers for never dating a girl. When the set girls are the ones who think of them that way. So he never really had friends, let alone a girlfriend.
Wait, for real? Like never? Before you showed up?
Uh-huh.
That's so surreal.
Which worked out for me. Those dumb girls left an amazing guy like John for me.
You sure you didn't work some voodoo magic or something?
Oh, trust me, it wasn't easy. But I never missed my target.
And here I thought I was the set target.
I mean, you were close.
But honestly, I feel bad for the guy now.
Then maybe you should stop hanging out with me.
I don't think that's necessary.
You do have other options.
But what if I don't want to give up on all of my options?
Jeez. Clingy, aren't we?
Well, glad he's not the type to check your phone or anything.
Well, would I have picked him if he was like the girls you mentioned?
I guess not.
Plus, he respects my privacy. You should be thankful to him. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to hang out with you.
Yeah, he really is an ideal guy for someone like you.
Do you want me over or not?
Okay, I'll stop. See you in a few days then. Hey, I need to ask you something.
What is it?
Should we consider moving?
What makes you say that?
Well, it just got me thinking. We're gonna have kids soon, right? Plus, it feels like I'm wasting money by paying rent. I would rather spend the same amount of money as a loan payment or something for my own house, you know?
I agree with the sentiment, but is it that easy? Lots of people can't even afford rent.
Yeah, I know. But that's not the situation we're in. I think I could get a loan to get a house of our own.
Well, if you can do it, I don't see why not. Our neighbors aren't terrible or anything, but I don't mind moving.
Yeah, and it won't be so far away or anything. I just happened to find a nice-looking place, so I thought I should ask.
I see. Well, if moving is an option, let's do it. Hey, I might move in the near future.
Oh, really? Does that mean we won't be able to see each other?
No, it's not like I'm moving halfway across the country. Just somewhere better, that's all.
I see. What made you guys move?
There's really not much to complain about. But John just wants a bigger house for the future.
I mean, doesn't anyone?
Point taken. Also, he wants a bigger house since he wants kids.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's honestly not a bad neighborhood here. Think I'm gonna miss it.
You mean you'll miss me?
Shut up.
Speaking of, why don't we go around the town before you go?
Yeah, we can do that.
There were some really nice spots on Instagram. It's surprising how many people come here as tourists. I didn't even know we had spots like that here.
You know how some people will do anything for internet clout.
True. Well, let's go see some of those places. Then we'll spend the evening as usual.
Sounds good.
Good news! The bank finally approved the loan.
Oh, that's great!
We can finally move to a better place. I'm glad we'll have a place to call our own. It sure wasn't easy, but I couldn't have done it without you.
Aw, thanks for saying that. But you're the one putting food on the table. Are you really sure you don't need me to work? Even if it's just part-time? I feel bad about not really doing much.
Steve only allowed this marriage on the condition that you don't work.
Right. My dad said something like that to you, didn't he?
Yep.
Still, though, that just means you have to work twice as hard.
It's all good. My love for you outweighs the fatigue from work.
Aw.
But yeah, with all that said, we should be able to move out pretty soon.
All right. I guess it's gonna get busy pretty soon. Not to mention having to find a mover. Should I find friends who can help? It costs quite a bit to hire movers, doesn't it? Not to mention how they try to steal your stuff and say they simply lost it.
Well, let's have an open mind. I'm sure there are ones with a good reputation.
I'm just simply worried, that's all.
If we're out of options, then I'll just have to rent a big truck and do it on my own.
I'm worried you might hurt yourself if you do that.
Well, let's see what happens.
I'll try to pack what little things I can in the meantime then.
Great, thanks. Oh, I finished unpacking everything.
Great job. You must be tired. There are some drinks in the fridge if you need them.
Thanks.
I can't believe we have a house to call our own.
Well, technically it's the bank's for the next few years.
Don't spoil the mood now.
All right.
But yeah, I'm so glad you bought this place to move into.
It's a nice neighborhood. Plus, it's big enough for our future kids.
Oh, you. You just can't wait till it's nighttime, can you?
I don't mean anything by it. I just mean it as is. Plus, I heard the school nearby is actually quite decent.
Even for a public school?
Uh-huh.
Well, the neighborhood did seem like it was on the wealthy side. The people living here definitely aren't driving something like a Ferrari. But they're definitely living the dreams of some people. I just hope you didn't have to exhaust yourself for something like this.
Not at all. It was definitely within my budget with a loan on top of it.
I'm just glad the bank was willing to approve that loan.
Yeah. You can look around the house when you come back.
I think I saw what I needed to when you brought me before.
All right.
Hope your marriage is going well. Of course it's going well. I'm just glad I settled down with John. I knew he was making more money than other guys, but it's so nice to know it's all mine now. You better hold on to it. We're gonna need it as well pretty soon. Thinking about retiring already, are we? No. We could use some cash to go on a vacation. It's been forever since we had one. Yeah, that's why I married John, so that he could provide for all of us. But I'm sure I need some time to convince him. Don't want to raise any suspicions. Just let us know when you think you have his guard down. I'll convince your dad that John promised to pay us some money on my end. All right.
Is there something you want me to get on my way?
I think I'm good. We got everything we need.
All right.
By the way, did you have a chance to talk to the neighbors?
We've been around for a while, but not really. I'm sure you had more time to interact with them.
Oh, definitely. They're so nice. I was worried they were one of those mightier than you because I'm richer than you.
Wait, seriously?
I mean, it is a prestigious neighborhood we moved into. I figured all the rich people were jerks.
Remember, they're just people just like us as well. I would like to think there's more generosity and kindness in the world than what the media portrays.
I suppose you could say that. Anyways, you're not texting me while driving, are you?
Of course not. I asked if there was anything you wanted since I stopped for a coffee.
Oh, I see. I think I'm good.
All right then. See you in a bit. Am I the only one who misses you?
Oh, oops. Sorry. I just needed some time to pass by so I don't raise any suspicions.
Guess I should have helped out with the move.
Oh, God. Don't say that. Do you want John to find out?
Hey, as long as he doesn't mind, I'm totally ready to introduce myself.
No.
In any case, when do you think you'll be able to come over?
He's gonna think I'm staying with my parents for a while. So I'll be over when things play out.
What are you gonna tell him?
That my mom's hurt and needs me to take care of her.
I see. He's not gonna be suspicious of that, though.
That's why I'm gonna wait about a week. If things play out the way I hope, then you won't have to miss me anymore.
Awesome.
Anyways, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
All right, see you soon. Hey, you got a minute? I'm free right now. What is it? Clara slipped from the stairs and was rushed to the hospital. Is she okay? Yes, it wasn't life-threatening or anything, thankfully. I see. It's a little embarrassing to ask. But you know we don't really have an income to speak of right now. And the hospital bills aren't exactly cheap. Right. So I was wondering if you could help us by sending some money. Well, I'll have to talk to Kelly about it. No, she was totally fine with it. Really now? Yep, and I asked if she could come over to take care of her mother, since it might take a while for her to recover. I see. So anyways, does $2,000 a month sound like something you could handle? Huh, well, that's quite a lot. But I think we'll be fine. Great. Also, Kelly will be with us starting today, but I'm sure she'll at least contact you about all of this later, so you can talk more about it with her. Hey, so how's your mom doing?
The doctor said there's nothing to worry about. But it will take her some time to recover considering her age and all.
I see. Did she break any bones?
Yeah, actually. She won't be able to walk around for a while.
Sounds awful. So yeah, I talked with Steve earlier. But it would have been nice if you consulted me before you agreed to just sending them money.
Please, this isn't the time to argue. My mom's hurt. The least we can do is give them the support they need.
I get what you mean, but I just wanted some heads up, you know? But yeah, Steve asked for $2,000, and I said yes.
Thank you so much. Sorry I wouldn't be able to contribute too much.
It's okay.
Just take good care of Clara for the next little while.
All right.
How's the cruise? Well, it's nothing fancy. I'm sure most people would die to get on it, though. That's good to know. I still can't believe you convinced John to give us money for nothing. I'm the one that's shocked you convinced Dad on all this. Well, he's getting old. And it's true, we really don't have a stable and reliable income. He wasn't happy to find out you married John for his money, though. Well, Dad's always been trying to live an honest and earnest life. But guess time changes people. Indeed it does. I can't believe I stayed with him for so long. Because I honestly don't really see John as my man anymore. So the least I could do is to get all the cash out of him as soon as possible. Then I plan on divorcing him. That's your choice, I suppose. But I really wanted to see some grandchildren. Oh, please. I'm pretty sure I told you I won't be having any. It would make divorce so much more difficult as well. Ideally, John doesn't find out anything and we get a simple divorce. It feels like it was only yesterday you guys had your wedding. It kind of hurts me as your mother to hear this, you know. Sorry, but I just don't find him interesting anymore. I feel like we've already hit the point where you guys are in your marriage. Just an elderly couple living together out of loyalty rather than love. Do we seem like that to you? Honestly? Yeah. I want some excitement in my life. I just don't see a fun future with him anymore. Well, I can't exactly stop you if you feel that way. It's such a shame you're willing to let go of a man like him. He's provided you with everything you've asked so far, hasn't he? Yeah. Don't get me wrong. The money he brings in is definitely more than what the average Joe makes. But he's just boring. That's why I've been having more fun with Kyle. He certainly doesn't give money like John does, but it's decent. Well, I'll still keep John around for longer. We need the money after all.
Hey, how come I don't see the money you sent yet? I already did this morning. It's probably the bank taking their time with transactions and stuff. In this day and age? Hope you're not lying. Why would I lie about something like that? Plus, it's been hectic for me as well. I've been doing everything around the house since Kelly's not around. I get things aren't easy for you right now, but you gotta keep your promises, you know? Starting next month, why not send it early? Sure, I'll consider doing that. You're the youngster here. I thought you would think of these things better than I would. So, how's Clara doing? Well, she's not gonna get better anytime soon. Kelly took her to the hospital today to see the doctor about it. Maybe we'll get an update later today. Hey, so how was the trip to the hospital?
Yeah, we were told Mom's on the right track. But it's still gonna take her a while to be able to move on her own again.
I see. Will you still stay with your parents?
Well, yeah. Not like Mom can walk around on her own.
It's kind of been hard without you around. Having to do everything on my own.
You can do it. You've been doing well so far. Sorry I have to push everything on you.
Life's been really hectic. I have to take care of the house after work. I do have newfound respect for you taking care of the house every day.
You can take it easy. I doubt you're making a huge mess without me or anything. Just do what you can for now, and I'll take care of everything once I'm back.
Most importantly, I miss you. Just calls and texts aren't really enough.
Aw, I miss you too. I'll see if I can stop by on the weekend.
Sounds good. Oh, and are you managing the money I'm sending Steve every month?
Yeah.
Are you really okay with sending that much money to them every month?
It's only temporary. Besides, this is like pocket change for you, isn't it?
You do realize I save away that much for our future kids, right?
Of course. But let's not worry about the unforeseen future now. My parents need that money more right at this moment.
Well, alright. Say hi to Clara from me.
I will. So, I think it's about time we stop demanding money from John. He's starting to become irritated by it. And if we demand any further, he might try to see what's really happening. Well, all right. It was nice while it lasted. He hasn't actually found out anything, though, right? No, he's clueless as usual. The perks of dating a nice guy, I guess. But I'm not sure how I'll find a way to convince him to divorce me. Why not use this opportunity to do so? Oh, please. Did you forget what I said about wanting a simple divorce? You don't want to end up paying him everything he gave us, do you? Right. In the meantime, we'll just have to do with the stuff other guys get me. You really didn't have to get me all this stuff, but thanks.
Oh, not a problem.
I swear, you just know what I want. I've been dying to have these.
You know, you could just ask your husband to get you those too.
Oh, don't say that. He doesn't spoil me rotten like you do.
I see.
Plus, I've been asking him for a lot of money lately. And it's come to a point where he would become suspicious of where the money went.
You sure you're gonna keep him around?
Oh, no. I plan on divorcing him soon.
Wouldn't that mean you would have to pay him back?
Yeah, but as long as he doesn't find out, I'll be fine.
Hopefully you have a plan.
Honestly, no.
But I'm sure things will be fine.
Good news. Mom should be able to walk around on her own again pretty soon. Which means I'm also going to be back soon.
Great. I've been feeling exhausted lately.
Aw, I'm sure you want me to spoil you the moment I get back. But yeah, I can't thank you enough for sending money to my parents all this time.
So they won't need it anymore, right?
How could you say that?
I thought we were doing this until your mom got better. She can get back to working again, right?
She's still recovering. I doubt she'll be in the condition to work again anytime soon.
What about your dad? Could he at least find a part-time job or something?
Please, don't talk like they're not doing anything. They still have hospital bills to pay off. Which is quite a bit, let me remind you.
Even with insurance?
Uh-huh. Plus, my dad did find a part-time job like you just said. But they're paying him peanuts, really. It's better than nothing, but it's not much, you know?
I see.
So let's help them out for a little longer, okay?
I really would rather save that money for us.
I totally get what you're saying. But they need it more right now. And they don't have anyone else to rely on besides us. So please, be a sweetie and help my parents out for a bit longer, would you?
Well, I suppose.
Great. I'll be back around tonight.
Okay.
Hey, I'll have to stop by at Mom and Dad's place today. So have whatever you can for dinner, okay?
Again?
Well, yeah. She's not exactly back to her old self. She's only getting older and recovering from an injury doesn't exactly help.
It's been a few months, but you're barely around. It doesn't feel any different from how you were staying with them all the time.
Please, could you show more sympathy? Do I need to remind you that she's a senior?
You don't have to remind me, but I'm tired too.
Okay, look. The reason why I've been so busy helping out my parents is because we figured she would be better off at a retirement home. I've been helping them with the paperwork and moving her things there.
Oh, you could have told me sooner if that was the case.
So, once everything's finalized, I definitely won't be going anywhere. And I promise I'll take care of the chores like I used to.
Well, okay. So then, can I also stop sending money to your parents?
As much as I would also like to do that, they'll still need help with the hospital bills as well as the retirement home.
I can't support your parents forever.
I know. I promise I'll talk with Dad about it.
Hi, can I have a word with you? What is it? So, Kelly told me Clara will be moving into a retirement home. That she is. And I don't plan on paying for that. Well, yes. We really appreciate what you've done so far. Plus, I don't know if Kelly mentioned it, but I do work part-time now, so I promise you won't have to send us any more money. Can I really take your words? What makes you say that? A while ago, Kelly told me they're paying you peanuts. Well, it's enough to cover the bills, but I'm sure she only said that because she's worried about me. It's not easy working at this age, you know? That is true. In any case, I promise we won't need any more financial support from you starting next month. It'll take a while for me to pay you back, but I'll make it happen. Can I ask where you are right now?
I'm at work right now, so I can't really reply right now.
Well, all right. Just don't be late, okay?
Got it.
When will your dad start paying us back? It's been quite a while since Clara moved into the retirement home.
Why bring that up all of a sudden?
I figured if Steve is making money like he said, we should expect him to start paying us back right now.
Please, I told you, didn't I? They don't pay him enough. I doubt he'll have anything left after paying all the bills. In fact, we should be the ones helping them out again.
You've been doing that for the last little while. With your part-time job you managed to find?
Yeah, but it's only enough to help them get by. Nothing to brag home about, you know? So why don't we send them about $1,000 a month?
I'm sorry, I can't agree to that.
Why not?
The only reason I helped them out was because Clara was injured. Now that she's in a stable condition and Steve is working, I don't see why I should.
Please, will you really abandon my parents like that?
Look, I told you this before. I would rather save the money for my own kids. Who knows how much we'll need to save up for them? I can't afford any unnecessary spending.
I get what you're saying, but it's not like I'm pregnant right at this moment. Plus, we've been trying so much since you've been telling me how much you want to have a kid already. But no good news so far, right? Plus, I promise I'll focus on my kids once I actually have them. But right now, my parents need help, and I can't just sit around at home doing nothing for them. It hurts me that this is all I can do. So I'm begging you to help out as well. For all I know, Mom and Dad could leave us at any time. Even tomorrow from heart attack or something. I just want to pay them back for raising me all their life and help them out in their time of need. I'm sure you understand that, right?
Honestly, I really don't see why you should. I don't think there are many parents who demand money from their children.
Oh, that just can't be the case. There are plenty of parents who would say things like that.
The older gen always told us to become independent and all that, didn't they? Why would they demand that we give them money, when they themselves should be independent?
Please, let's not generalize everything. I get the sentiment our parents' generation weren't the best parents, but not my parents. They always looked out for me and did their best for me. And I just still can't believe the physical state my mom's in. She was always tough and strong. But to see her in a retirement home like that, I'm just scared that she might leave me at any time. So please, let's help them while they're still around.
You do realize you're making it sound a bit dramatic. She's only in her, 60s? I don't see how she'll leave you anytime soon.
How could you say that? Fine. If you're going to say something like that, I'll just have to find another job. So don't blame me if things around the house don't get done.
Hey, it's been a while. How are things lately? What is it? Did you want some money from me or something? Look, I get things aren't going well with Kelly lately, And she told me we're the reason you guys aren't getting along. No? She had the guts to tell you something like that? So, I want to make it up to you. What are those? Plane tickets to Hawaii. I was thinking maybe you two need some vacation time. How did you even afford them? Remember all that money you've sent us all this time? We didn't use all of it up the moment you sent us, you know? I was saving them away so that I could repay you one day. And this is the best I can do at the moment. I would rather have you pay me back in cash. No, don't say that now. Plus, I really do think you two need to spend some time together. And maybe this trip will remind you guys why you two married in the first place. I get that things have been hard for you two lately, so I figured you could use the opportunity. Well, alright. I appreciate the thought. Great. I'm sure you can make out the departure date on the ticket. Think you can get some time off for it? Yes, I have some paid leaves I could use. Alright then. Make sure you use this chance and make up with Kelly.
Hey, I'm gonna be away for a bit.
What's the occasion?
I need to clear up some things with John. So, I'm taking him on a trip.
Got it. But is it really gonna be enough?
I hope so. He's definitely irritated. I'm also irritated, though, since I couldn't really find a way to cut ties with him peacefully.
Well, just remember to stay calm. Otherwise, you might start showing something's up.
Is that how you kept everything a secret all this time?
Of course. How else would I be living the way I do? Just know if something happens to you, I'm not covering your back.
Some Prince Charming you ended up being.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
They have everything here. Everything I tried has been great so far.
I really don't think this vacation was necessary.
Could you not ruin the mood? You agreed to come here, didn't you?
The trip was essentially paid for from my wallet if what Steve said is true. Which is the amount of money I could have saved for us.
Well, we're using that money for ourselves now, aren't we? Besides, I'm trying to relax here. Can you stop complaining so much?
Funny how this trip was supposed to bring us closer. But now you're telling me to not even bother you?
Fine. Will you come down and join me instead then? The spa is really nice.
No, you just enjoy yourself. I'll be doing some stuff on my own.
Suit yourself.
Hey, where are you right now? Did you go down for breakfast?
Oh, I'm actually at the airport right now.
What?
Yeah, I just got a message from Dad that Mom might have hurt herself again. So I'm rushing back home.
You could have woken me up.
No, you should enjoy the rest of the vacation. You still have that room for a few days, right?
What's the point if you're not around?
Just try to relax. I know you're exhausted and need some time off.
Mind explaining what this is? What happened to Steve covering the vacation costs?
What? I'm sure he'll send you the money soon.
But that doesn't explain why my credit card was charged. I didn't even know you took it from me.
Look, Dad will sort everything out with you. I was in a rush, remember? And I just grabbed whatever card I saw in front of me at that time.
Sure. But why were Steve and Clara staying at the same hotel as we did?
Huh?
Oh, don't play dumb now. The moment I found out about this, I called the hotel. And they told me you paid for 2 rooms. And one was the room where your parents were staying in.
I don't know what you're talking about. Must be an error on their end.
If you say so. Hey, so you were supposed to cover the vacation costs, right? Kelly used my card and paid for the hotel. So could you send me the amount they charged me? I don't see why I should. I only said I got you 2 plane tickets, didn't I? Wait, did you really say that? Yeah, I was just hoping I could be of a little help. That still doesn't explain why you and your wife were at the hotel we were staying in. What? And you stayed in quite an expensive room. I don't know what you're talking about. Funny how Kelly said the same thing. And she said she had to rush back home since Clara was in a dire condition again. Which makes no sense, don't you think? Just what is going on here? Hello? Wanna answer?
Hey, you have a place I could crash?
What is this all of a sudden?
I'm just outright done with John. I've been trying to sound nice about it, but I think it's about time I let him go. I think I got pretty much everything out of him, but I'm not sure how to break up with him.
I see.
So I think I'll stay away from him for a while.
Like you haven't already.
The vacation was a disaster. We didn't really have much fun. And now he's bugging us about money.
I mean, you did take what's his.
Shut up. So is there somewhere I can crash at?
Yeah, the usual place you stay in.
Oh, I was hoping for somewhere new, but it'll have to do. Are you sure this is a good idea? Yeah. John wouldn't actually come bother you guys. But you never know. Well, all right. The timing is impeccable, though. I've been meaning to see them. Yeah, just have a nice time with them. I'll take care of everything. That's what you've been saying, but are you sure you're going to be okay? Yeah. If I avoid him, there's not much he can do. It's such a shame, that's all. I was just hoping your marriage didn't come to an end so soon, since you finally chose someone. But I guess you just can't change someone so easily. Yeah, things are complicated, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. Well, all right. Take care then.
I can't exactly talk things out if you guys are avoiding me. So where are you right now? You're not even staying at your parents' place, right?
I found a job that provides boarding, so I'll be staying at their dorm from now on.
Sure. Gotta do whatever you can for your parents that love you so much, right?
Why are you saying it like that? Is it so bad that I care about my own mom?
It wouldn't be a problem if you were being clean about it. What are you guys hiding from me? Steve outright blocked me when I tried to talk to him, and you all decided to disappear.
What do you mean? Did you go to my parents' place or something?
Don't you think that's the logical action for me to take? But no one was there. In fact, one of the neighbors was wondering what I was doing knocking on an empty home, apparently.
I'm sure it's just a senile stranger talking.
Oh, really now? Because they told me the house has been abandoned for a while.
Well, it may just seem that way. Since my mom's at a retirement home now, it's only my dad living there. And Dad isn't the most social old man around the neighborhood. So they probably thought no one lives there despite the fact my dad is there.
Then want to explain where he is right now?
How should I know? He's probably wandering around or something.
Okay, this isn't getting us anywhere. And do you want to tell me when you'll be home from work? You'll at least come back for the weekend, right?
I'll have to see. But I'm gonna be quite busy. Since they're even providing boarding, they expect me to work full-time here. But I'll make sure to come by on the weekend.
Hey, you got a minute? Hey, what's up? Didn't really want to bother you with something like this, but there's something I need to talk to you about. Something serious? Yeah, I'm questioning my marriage with Kelly. In fact, I think I'm in quite a mess right now. What? Tell me what happened. It's a long story, but I haven't seen her in a while. Not to mention, she's just been grabbing money from me. Thinks she's treating me more like her money bag than her husband. I can't believe this. You two seemed like you were meant for each other. And how long has this been going on for? It's been almost a year now, ever since we moved to this place. Initially, Kelly wanted me to send her parents some money since her mother was injured, but I have a feeling that wasn't what really happened. You think they just wanted money from you? With the way they've been treating me? Yeah, it's hard not to think that's the case. Man, you should have come to me sooner. I don't want to bother you with something like this. What are friends for? But yeah, this sounds way too serious. We should probably meet up to talk about this.
Hey, I have some good news.
Sorry, who is this?
What? It's me, Kelly. How could you say something like that to your own wife?
Alright. So, what's this good news you're talking about?
Remember how you always wanted a kid? Well, you can expect one pretty soon.
I'm sorry, I don't recall having a kid.
I'm talking about yours, silly. It's been 3 months since I became pregnant. So I wanted to come back home to share the good news. But where are you right now? The doors were locked. And how come my keys don't work? In fact, the house looks deserted. And I can't even see what's inside because you actually put the blinds on. Is everything okay? Can you come out?
Well, I came out, but you aren't here.
Huh? What are you talking about? Is this some kind of joke? Are you mad at me for not coming home in the last little while? Lighten up, would you? I came back with good news, didn't I?
No, seriously. You must be at the wrong place or something. 'Cause I'm out here in front of my house, but I don't see you or anything.
Huh? Did I really come to the wrong house? 333 Rock Street, right?
That's not my address. You sure you're contacting the right person here?
Huh? Please tell me you're joking. I'm totally lost here.
So am I. I'm suddenly being contacted by a strange woman who claims that they have a child with me.
What are you trying to say?
Do you really think I was just fiddling my thumbs while you and your parents treated me like that? I decided to move out of that place.
Why would you do that?
I simply didn't see the need to keep paying for a house that I won't even need.
Huh? But you were still on a loan. You can't just change things just because you want to.
Oh, believe me, it wasn't easy. But it was much better to just pay penalties and stuff for my mental health. By the way, you still haven't heard from my lawyer yet.
What are you talking about?
You moved in with your parents, right? And it's quite an upgrade from your dad's previous place. Didn't know you guys had that kind of money. Oh, but it turns out it's not even your money. It was some other guy's money along with mine.
Stop. Just what are you blabbing about?
Oh, stop playing dumb at this point. I know what you guys have been doing. First of all, Clara is just fine, isn't she? She's not in any retirement home or any sort.
That's not true.
Oh, just drop the act already. You guys were demanding $2,000 from me for a while when she had no injuries of any sort. Plus, you all lied to me about the vacation. I never got that money from Steve. And I paid for your parents' stay as well. Which, by the way, is what my lawyer will talk to you guys about. So look forward to that.
Look on the bright side. That trip gave us your kid that you wanted so much. So stop being silly and drop this whole lawyer thing.
No, I think you're the one who needs to drop the act. But I'll make it clear too. That trip was 5 months ago. And you're coming to me saying how you're 3 months into that pregnancy? Yeah, anyone could tell it's clearly not mine.
It's not like we didn't try after that.
Excuse me? You were the one avoiding me ever since we came back from that trip. Wanna explain that part?
That's,
Whatever. Why don't we catch up? At the court, that is. My lawyer got in contact with them about the money Kelly and her family owe me. Of course, they tried to avoid him, but in the end, everything was settled in my favor. Kelly had to pay me alimony on top of what I had given her, and obviously the kid she was pregnant with wasn't mine at all. Steve tried to assault me on the day of the trial, so now he's facing jail time as well. All in all, I got what I needed from them, so I'll never see those people ever again. I moved to a much more affordable house while Kelly was avoiding me. I still have to pay a lot of debt, but it won't be stressful at least. I thought that she was someone I was going to be with for the rest of my life. But it just shows what life can throw at you. In any case, I don't plan on dating anyone again anytime soon. But if I do, I just hope to find someone that doesn't just see me for the money I have. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share the video to your friends, and get notified for more content like this by subscribing to the channel.